guys, today I'm filming the finale for my makeup use up of 2019. If you guys did not see my intro or any of my other updates, I have my playlist linked up in the cards. And basically at the beginning of the year, I chose a set group of products I wanted to either finish or hit pan on, and I had a goal of finishing up an additional 50 makeup products, and I am really excited for this finale and to let you guys know my numbers. Before we get into the video, I realize I'm looking extremely pale today. I don't know what happened with my makeup, why it looked this bad. I think it's because my under eye powder was too dark. I went on top with a lighter powder. I think it was too light, and I'm looking a little bit like the Addams Family, so let's move past it, shall we? So I actually don't have any makeup use up items to talk about. I told you guys in my last update that I had hit my goal on everything, with the exception of the ColourPop Yes Please palette, but that was something I was only using in the summertime. So that is the one thing I did not hit my goal on, but I'm okay with that. So now on to my November and December makeup empties. I was able to finish off 12 products in the past 2 months, which is pretty exciting. Of course, I do have minis and full-size products here, mostly a lot of minis. So the first thing is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is a very hydrating, moisturizing primer. It gives a little bit of like a healthy glow to the skin, but it's not shimmery or really dewy in any way. I think this product is really awesome. I love it, but it's not ideal for my skin type. I'm a little too oily for it, so it's something I can only use really in the dead of winter, but I really like this product. Let me know if you guys are interested in this, but I do want to do a video on some of my favorite dewy skin or dry skin products that actually work for my skin, or ones that I want to work for my skin. And this is really one of those products. I do really like it, and I liked it so much that I did end up getting a travel size of this in the Smashbox Holiday Primer gift set, and I cannot wait to really be able to test this for a long time and see how much I love the product. I think it just makes my makeup look so nice, and my skin does not look too dry when I use this at all. I do like to pair it with some mattifying powders just to help balance out my skin, but this is a great product, and I definitely do recommend this for people that have dry or normal skin types and you're looking for a really hydrating, nourishing primer. That one is fantastic. Then I do have two powders, and the first one is a Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I love this product for setting my under eyes and my face, but I tend to use it mostly for my under eyes. I do have very oily under eyes, and this is a pretty mattifying powder under my eyes, so I do love this one. I have already repurchased it in the full size. Then I did also use up my full size of the Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is amazing. I love using this to set my under eyes and to set my face. This does give a bit of a white cast when I put it under my eyes on top of concealer, but I find it to be very brightening, whereas a lot of powders like the Mercier can tend to darken my concealer. This helps brighten it, so I have to be careful to not use a concealer that's too light, because then it will look way too bright when I set it with this powder. But for my everyday go-to concealer, which would be the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral. Fair combined with this, way too pale, but Fair Neutral with this one works great. It's very brightening, and this applies beautifully with a damp sponge, which is how I prefer to apply my loose powder, and my under eyes look very smooth, very flawless. I have fallen in love with this powder. Since I used this one up, I started using Mercier. I like the Mercier a lot, but I actually think I like this more for the under eye. And then the last face product I have is a mini Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I think this is a great setting spray. It does help lock your makeup into place. I have told you guys before, I don't think that setting spray really makes or breaks my makeup look or even the longevity, but I can never seem to get rid of these, and I continue to buy setting sprays because I'm a crazy person. So this is definitely one of the best setting sprays I've tried, and I would recommend that one. Then I've got a few brow products. So I finished the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. This is a precise brow pencil. I'm using this today. I love the color of this. I've got several backups. This is my favorite micro brow pencil, along with the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I like that one a little bit more, but it is a lot more expensive, and I tend to stock up on these when NYX is 40% off. And this is amazing. I think it's a little bit more on the waxy side than the creamy side, but I don't have any issues with this drawing onto my skin or on my brow hair. I use this every single day to help draw on the front and fill in the tail and outline my brows, and then I use a thicker angled brow pencil to fill in the middle. Holy grail product. I will continue to repurchase these forever and ever. The next thing I used up was a mini of the Anastasia clear brow gel. This really is like hairspray for your brows. It is the best clear brow gel I've ever tried, and with most brow categories I like the Benefit over Anastasia. But when it comes to clear brow gel, the Benefit one has a plastic bristle wand, which I don't like. But because this is a natural bristle, I like this one so much more. And this is a great product. I have several minis of these that I will happily use up. And this is absolutely a great product. I will repurchase it. It is a great clear brow gel. But before that one, as you guys know, I was using a full size of the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel, and I also used up a little mini. These minis last me just a month, and this one is in the shade number 2. My perfect color is number 1. Number 2 is a little too warm for me. It definitely does work, especially because my hair is very warm right now, but overall I do prefer 1 because it's a little lighter, a little more neutral tone. But I have really come to love this product. I think overall I prefer a tinted brow gel, and I do like the Benefit Gimme Brow because it does have fibers in it. I do feel like it helps to thicken up my brows, and if I had to pick a clear brow gel or a tinted brow gel, I would pick the tinted one. So again, I'm gonna continue using up any of the Anastasia clear brow gels that I have, and I'm gonna kind of go back and forth between like a clear brow gel, a tinted brow gel to really make up my mind. But this is a really good product. I do recommend it. I think both of these are like the best products of their kind, a clear brow gel and a tinted brow gel, but I do currently like a tinted brow gel more, but both of these are incredibly superior to other things I've tried. And then I do have one eyeshadow. This was Too Faced Peaches and Cream from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This was just a matte cream eyeshadow I was using to set my primer. As you guys know, I'm trying to work through the matte creams in palettes in my collection. This was a good formula, not amazing, didn't blow me away. Then I've got some mascaras. So the first thing I have is a lash primer. This is the Lancome Cils Booster XL. Very, very messy looking. I honestly cannot tell you what lash primer does for my lashes. Maybe it makes them a little thicker, a little longer, it nourishes them a little more. I'm not really sure. So this is not a product I would ever buy, but I'm always really happy when I get them, and I don't pass them on because I like using them, but I really can't tell you what this does for me. I think there are subtle differences. Like I think if I did one eye with, one eye without, I would notice it's a little longer, a little more full, but it's not a huge difference that would make me feel that this is worth purchasing in the full size. But compared to some other lash primers I've tried, I do like this one the best. Then we've got two mascaras that I would not purchase. The first one is the Sephora Lashcraft Big Volume Mascara. It has that hourglass shaped brush, which I normally love, but I don't feel like this actually volumized my lashes. It didn't make them look that long. It's a wet formula, which I like, but it just didn't do enough for me. And I did pair it with a plastic bristle wand, which is what I like to do. That's what I'm doing right now, a natural brush and a plastic brush. And this is the Tarte Maneater mascara, so it isn't too wet or too dry, but I guess it's a little bit more on the drier side because I didn't notice this doing a ton for me. And I think that these mascaras are probably good for people that already have really full lashes, and this will help separate them and lengthen them. But for me, I like to have a little bit of fullness in my lashes, and I don't want them to be too separated because then it doesn't look full. So this just didn't do a ton for me. I have other mascaras that I prefer for length, so I would not repurchase either of these. And if I get more minis of these, I'm going to pass them on and not even try to use them up. And then I have one final product I finished. This is an EOS Smooth Stick in Sweet Mint. You guys already know this is my favorite lip balm because it isn't too thin and it isn't too thick. It's something I can reapply very often. I love this mint scent. I think it's incredible. I will purchase these until the end of time. This is my favorite lip balm ever. I have the spheres for around the house, the sticks for in my purse. So holy grail product. So now to share with you guys my total numbers of makeup that I've used up. So I have finished 126 makeup products this year, which is insane. So this includes minis and full sizes. You guys know I have a ton of mini products in my collection. So that's amazing. I feel really happy about that. I did not think it was that many. I mean, the bag with my yearly empties in it is huge, but still, that's such a large number. That's more than a lot of people even have in their collection that I finished up in 1 year. Again, lots of minis, but still, I do feel really happy about that. So to give you a breakdown of what's what. So for the makeup use-up items, I did have quite a few things, but there were a lot of things I just wanted to hit pan on. So just focusing on the things that I actually finished, there were 17 makeup use-up items, which means if we subtract total empties from makeup use-up products, I finished up 109 makeup products and my goal was just 50. So that's amazing. I'm so proud of that. I mean, 50 is always an achievable goal for me, but I don't want to say 100 extra products because that's not always going to be the case. This is a project that I am going to continue on into next year, and I am challenging myself in a lot of categories, so we'll see how well I do next year. And I am going to be filming a 2019 makeup empties video, which I'm very excited about. So I'm going to show you all 129 products I finished and let you know if I repurchase them or not. And I'm going to be referring you guys back to these videos for more in-depth thoughts. But again, I'm going to be talking about so many products. It's going to be a long video, so I can't go into detail, but those videos are some of the most exciting things for me to watch and to film and show of my progress, because it makes me feel very successful. So guys, I wanted to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.